headline first. Bad road condition of Khachaophung in Ukhrul district forces border villagers to carry sick person for 10 kilometers on the makeshift stretcher. And irate locals dug up parts of road and protesting authorities' negligence on pathetic condition of Thoubal Tangjeng Road. Hello, very good afternoon everyone and welcome to Pm-Istv English News. You with me, Jingshubum Kandukap Chanu. Now let's see the news in details. Due to the pathetic condition of the road, a sick person from Khachaophung village was transported 10 kilometers on a makeshift stretcher by the villagers and picked up by a truck. Khapungso village is located about 103 kilometers away from Ukhrul headquarters. It shares international border pillar number 121 and 122 with Myanmar. DS Jimmick of Khachaophung informed that the Pm-Istv road is in poor condition. The bridge over the Chayako rivers is yet to be constructed and people from the area can only have limited access to essential services with great difficulties, he said. Today, Laisingam Saija, son of David Saija of Khachaophung village, was carried on a makeshift stretcher by the villagers for 10 kilometers and was picked up by the truck after crossing the Chayako River. He has been admitted at Laisifung Christian Hospital, Ukhrul. The Pm-Istv road from Siri to Khachaophung, which is about 103 kilometers. It is worth mentioning that Alfred K. Arthur, the then MLA of 44 Ukhrul, had raised the issue of faulty alignment of the road in the cabinet meeting held at Ukhrul headquarters on June 4, 2019 and in the assembly. During the cabinet meeting held at Ukhrul headquarters, the then Chief Minister and Biren had assured for necessary rectification and had also directed the concerned authority to correct the alignment. However, even after such instruction, no rectification has been taken up and the people still continue to suffer till that, lamented the villagers. After getting frustrated over the dilapidated condition of Thoubal Tangjeng Road along the National Highway 102, irate local launched protests by taking up parts of the road today. Two locals named Yumnam Dhanapati and L. Okendro told media person that the Tangjeng Road is an important one, connecting many regions, namely Kiam Haibong later, Kiam Litanpok, Sabantongba and Moijing Kekman Leisangtem. The road also connects with a health center and 3 schools, they said. On the other hand, pointing out that with FCI go down Thoubal located on the road, they said the frequently plying of heavy vehicles carrying rice for 12 constituency for 4 districts, namely Thoubal, Kakching, Chandel and Technopol district, has deteriorated the condition of the road stretch. Another concern highlighted was the area's growing vulnerability to road accidents due to dilapidated road. They maintained that after their repeated appeals to repair the road were sidelined for a long period, the local were compelled to launch the agitation, seeking immediate intervention of the government.
ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯆꯦ ꯀꯌꯥ ꯊꯥꯖꯔꯦ ꯑꯗꯣ ꯀꯩꯝꯇ ꯇꯥꯕꯤꯗꯕ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯇꯤ ꯇꯥꯕꯤꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯣ ꯂꯩꯇ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯁꯤ ꯂꯝꯕꯤꯁꯦ ꯆꯪꯕ ꯌꯥꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯇꯁꯦꯡꯅ ꯏꯁꯤꯡ ꯅꯣꯡ ꯆꯤꯡꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯝ ꯑꯣꯏꯕꯅ ꯀꯣꯡꯀꯣꯟ ꯂꯩꯗꯅ ꯒꯥꯔꯤꯁꯤꯡꯁꯦ ꯄꯨꯊꯗꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯆꯪꯕ ꯌꯥꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯑꯁꯨꯛꯀꯤ ꯃꯇꯤꯛ ꯈꯨꯗꯣꯡꯊꯤꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯣ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯉꯁꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯅꯨꯡꯗ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯃꯩꯔꯥ ꯄꯥꯏꯕꯤ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯦ ꯊꯣꯛꯆꯔꯛꯑꯒ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯉꯁꯤꯗꯒꯤ ꯍꯧꯅ ꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯂꯝꯕꯤꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯊꯤꯡꯖꯤꯟꯖꯔꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯋꯥꯔꯦꯞꯁꯦ ꯂꯧꯖꯔꯦ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯑꯊꯨꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯒꯚꯔꯟꯃꯦꯟꯠꯀꯤ ꯑꯣꯊꯣꯔꯤꯇꯤꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯅ ꯌꯦꯡꯁꯤꯟꯕꯤꯅꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯃꯤꯗꯤꯌꯥꯒꯤ ꯊꯣꯡꯗ ꯉꯁꯤ ꯊꯝꯖꯔꯤ ꯑꯗꯣ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯊꯥꯕꯗꯤ ꯆꯦꯁꯤꯡꯁꯦ ꯑꯌꯥꯝꯕꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ PWD ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯊꯧꯕꯥꯜ ꯗꯤꯁꯇ꯭ꯔꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ DC ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯂꯣꯏꯅꯅ FCI ꯃꯦꯅꯦꯖꯔꯗ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯏꯟꯐꯣꯔꯃꯦꯁꯟꯗꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯄꯤꯖꯕꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯕꯨ ꯂꯝꯕꯤ ꯑꯁꯤꯅ ꯐꯠꯇꯕ ꯃꯔꯝ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯑꯦꯛꯁꯤꯗꯦꯟꯠ ꯐꯥꯎꯕ ꯊꯣꯛꯄ ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯦꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯕꯨ ꯉꯁꯤ ꯋꯛꯇꯗꯤ ꯑꯁꯤ ꯑꯅꯥꯕꯗꯤ ꯌꯥꯎꯗ꯭ꯔꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯕꯨ ꯁꯨꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯈꯨꯗꯣꯡꯊꯤꯕꯁꯦ ꯃꯇꯨꯡꯗ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯊꯣꯛꯂꯛꯑꯒꯗ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯒ ꯑꯦꯛꯁꯤꯗꯦꯟꯠ ꯊꯣꯛꯑꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯃꯤ ꯁꯣꯛꯄ ꯄꯟꯕ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯒ ꯂꯩꯇꯕ ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯃꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯔꯤꯛꯁꯁꯦ ꯀꯅꯥꯅ ꯄꯨꯕꯤꯗꯣꯏꯅꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯒꯤ ꯋꯥꯍꯪ ꯑꯃ ꯂꯥꯛꯏ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯃꯔꯝ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯉꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯂꯝꯕꯤ ꯊꯤꯡꯖꯤꯟꯕꯒꯤ ꯈꯣꯡꯖꯪ ꯑꯁꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯆꯪꯁꯤꯟꯖꯕꯅꯤ.
A student who was present at the spot too lamented the bad condition of the road and urged the authority concerned to repair the road as early as possible.
Government authority
An emergency meeting was convened at the residence of MLA of Kurai Assembly constituency L. Susindro Maitei to address the false and misleading allegation made by PUCL, People's Union for Civil Liberties, in connection with Manipur's ethnic violence. The meeting was attended by representatives of clubs and Meira Paibis under Kurai Assembly constituency, where detailed discussion were held and collective resolution adopted. Speaking at the gathering, MLA L. Susindro Maitei stated that PUCL biased report on the violence in Manipur threaten the hard-earned peace in the state and endangers the truth. It is an agenda-driven document targeting Meiteis and the BJP government and risks a deepening division in the state, he said. The MLA further pointed out that the report sidesteps the established records and fact of the organized attack on Meitei homes in Torbung, Bangla, and the deliberate arson of the forest offices in multiple Kuki-dominated districts. It wrongly claimed that the Meitei chose to abandon the hills. The fact remains that on May 3, 2023, Meiteis were violently driven out from Kuki strongholds like Churachandpur, More and Kangpokpi, with Kukis fleeing in the ensuing turmoil, he said. He called upon the relevant authorities and the people to remain vigilant against these anti-national elements while calling for an urgent scrutiny of the authors of the report. He said the citizens of the Kurai Assembly constituency have resolved to launch an FIR against the PUCL. The participants reaffirmed their commitment to defend the truth and safeguard the dignity of the people of Manipur. The Delhi Meitei Coordinating Committee DMCC raised objection to a recent report published by the People's Union for Civil Liberties PUCL, claiming that it presented a one-sided account of the Manipur conflict while overlooking the experiences of the Meitei community. Speaking at a press briefing held at New Delhi, DMCC convener Seram Rogers told reporters that the committee submitted several documents and testimonies highlighting incident faced by Meiteis, but none of them were included in the book. They alleged that violence began in Torbung and Kangbai, where armed Kuki groups attacked Meitei homes, and not in the Imphal Valley as the report suggested.
In this report, it says that the Meitei police. So they said that the state government and the police were helping the Meitei. Look at how the police was helpless when the last number of people came and they attacked. Police was not doing. That is how the problem, the violence was started. There is a chapter called the how the violence was started. Of course, they have documented about the 8 testimonies from the Meitei community, and all of them have clearly said that at around 2:50. They were informed that after the rally from Sosambu side, large number of people are coming and they are coming, they are going to attack you. They were surprised, they did not know what to do. And then it is not very far from Sochampur town to this Torbung area, maybe around 10 minutes. So large number of people came and they suddenly started attacking to them. They did not know why they were attacked.
Women's rights activist Elizabeth, who also spoke at the event, said that instances of sexual violence faced by women were briefly mentioned just in 2 lines in the book, despite detailed testimonies being shared by the survivors. Such incidents deserve more attention, and such sensitive issues should be highlighted as people nationally and globally are reading this book, she said.
The victims are hurt again, which we were not expecting. This is something that we have to figure it out as a women's rights activist. I'm not saying activism either. My plan is, or my thought is that I'm just a contributor to the cause only. But when we thought a fair deal, at least what have not been captured will be captured from the perspective of a human perspective. But vilifying is what that we found, because when I say when the imbalance is there, that you know that the system, something is not right.
As part of the initiative taken up by MLA of Moirang Assembly Constituency Thongam Santi to set up open gym in every village of Moirang, equipments for open gym for 3 villages of Moirang were handed over to the Youth and Development Committee of the concerned villages. It was stated that open gyms equipment were meant for Sunusifai village and Naransena village at Tidim Belt and Terakong Sangbi village at Loyalam. Speaking on the occasion, MLA Santi emphasized that he launched the initiative with the hope of supporting the youths to maintain a healthy and fit lifestyle.
ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯁꯨ ꯃꯇꯝ ꯀꯨꯏꯅ ꯍꯛꯆꯥꯡ ꯁꯥꯖꯦꯜ ꯇꯧꯔꯒ ꯑꯐꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯄꯨꯟꯁꯤ ꯁꯥꯡꯅ ꯂꯩꯕ ꯌꯥꯅꯕꯒꯤ ꯇꯥꯟꯖꯥ ꯑꯃ ꯑꯣꯄꯟ ꯖꯤꯝꯁꯤꯗ ꯂꯧꯒꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯒꯤ ꯋꯥꯈꯜꯂꯣꯟ ꯑꯃꯗ ꯆꯣꯡꯊꯣꯛꯄꯤꯔꯛꯄꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯃꯣꯏꯔꯥꯡ ꯀꯦꯟꯗ꯭ꯔꯒꯤ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯖꯥ ꯄꯨꯝꯅꯃꯛꯄꯨ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯃꯥꯏꯀꯩꯗꯒꯤ ꯏꯀꯥꯏ ꯈꯨꯔꯨꯝ ꯎꯠꯆꯔꯤ ꯃꯇꯨꯡꯗꯁꯨ ꯑꯗꯨꯃꯛ ꯑꯩꯉꯣꯟꯗ ꯊꯧꯅꯥ ꯄꯥꯡꯒꯜ ꯍꯥꯞꯄꯤꯗꯨꯅ ꯃꯣꯏꯔꯥꯡ ꯀꯦꯟꯗ꯭ꯔꯕꯨ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯕꯨ ꯑꯐꯕ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥꯒꯤ ꯏꯁꯇꯦꯠ ꯑꯃ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯄꯨꯔꯛꯅꯕ ꯍꯣꯠꯅꯕꯗ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯊꯧꯅꯥꯕꯨ ꯍꯥꯞꯄꯤꯗꯕꯗꯤ ꯑꯩ ꯁꯣꯏꯗꯅꯃꯛꯀꯤ
And now in the national news, we have Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that the state prefecture partnership initiative launched during the 15th India-Japan Annual Summit will give a boost to trade, technology, tourism, skills, security and cultural link between the two countries. Addressing the governors of 16 prefectures in Tokyo, PM Modi said that India-Japan contemporary ties drawing vitally from the age-old civilizational connections between the two countries have continued to flourish. Highlighting the momentum in the Indian-Japan special strategic and global partnership across domains, he emphasized that time had come to give a renewed push to state prefectures' engagement, going beyond the ties centered around Tokyo and Delhi. Prime Minister Modi urged the governors and Indian state government to leverage the new initiative and forge a partnership in the field of manufacturing, technology, innovations, mobility, next generation infrastructure, startups and SMEs. The Prime Minister invited the governors to participate in India's growth story. In the international news, we have UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres has expressed alarm over the escalating violence in Sudan's North Darfur, condemning relentless attacks by the Rapid Support Forces on EI Flasher. His spokesman said in a statement yesterday that EI Flasher has been under a tightening siege for more than 500 days, with hundreds of thousands of civilians trapped in the area. He said the Secretary General is alarmed at the grave risks of the serious violations of the international humanitarian law, as well as violation and abuses in the international human rights law, including ethnically motivated ones. Since August 11, UN has documented the killing of at least 125 civilians in the EI fascist area, including summary executions, with the actual death toll likely higher. Well, before we close the headlines once again. Bad road condition of Kachaofeng in Yokril district forces border villagers to carry sick person for 10 kilometers on massive stretcher. And irate locals dug up parts of road and protesting authorities' negligence on pathetic condition of Taubal Tangjeng road. That was all we have for the moment. We'll be back with more updates.